mix with DJ T-Walk. DJ T-Walk. The mix. You're in the mix with DJ T-Walk. The mix. You're in the mix with DJ T-Walk. Mix. DJ T-Walk. Your mix. You're in the mix with you're the mix with DJ T-Walk.
Yo, what's up, family? This is your man, DJ Everlasting. Welcome you out to the Red Hour interview portion of the show. I got a special guest with me straight out of Atlanta. Why don't you tell the people, fam?
It's your boy, Sherrod White.
Sherrod White, welcome to the Red Hour with Alaska's DJ, man, DJ T-Walk, man. Want to get at people. And you know what I was thinking this morning? I was like, man, these interviews are starting to become like behind the music.
Most definitely.
I'm getting in depth with my Christian artists, you know what I'm saying, letting the people know all about them, and I love doing it, man. It's a joy. It's a pleasure just to have you on the show, man. So while we do it like this, why don't you go ahead and tell the people a little bit about Sherrod White, and then we'll dig into that, and then we'll just make a move from there.
Okay, most definitely. Well, I've been saved for about 6 years now. I'm a husband. Stayed down here in Atlanta. My beautiful wife, Patrice. Been married for 2 years. I serve at Mount Perry North Church. Marietta. So I rock with the music.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Okay, let's go back. Sherrod White. We got Sherrod grown up, man. I love it when people be like, you gotta, like when you say you saved, you gotta give your resume card. I've been saved for like 27 years. And
hey, some people want to know that kind of stuff. You know, so.
It's all good. All right, go back to young Sherrod, man. How'd you get into the music and stuff like that, man?
Oh man, well, I actually started as producing and engineering before I ever recorded a song of my own. I never had aspirations to be on the mic in front of a camera, putting out my own songs. I never had any of those aspirations. So I came in, I started engineering back in 2004 for different local artists and things like that. Started tapping into production, selling beats and writing songs and hooks and stuff for people. So this time, like 2008 or so, when the Lord started to really just put upon my heart, like, hey, you need to start recording your own stuff. So, at first I was kind of apprehensive about it, but, as time went along, God just continued to just bless it, man, and here we are.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's been a good little journey. So I say I've been in it probably like 9 years totally, but I say from a professional standpoint for about 2 years, 2 or 3 years, yeah. Okay,
so the big difference for you beat makers out there when we get Sherrod to get into y'all psyche as far as beat making and doing regular music. How hard is the switch from doing beats to doing music?
I think for me personally, the transition wasn't that hard because by me being able to not just be a beat maker, but actually being a songwriter for other people, I actually got to see the whole process from the beat being created to the actual song coming to life, and then the actual engineering side of that. So it wasn't a hard transition for me.
Okay. So it could be hard for others. What would be the problems you would incur in that transition, as far as what you could sell?
It will. I think the number one issue is not actually understanding the whole process of a song. For people that just make beats, they just say, "Hey, this is a hot beat," and the difference between that is knowing who would sound good on that beat. Like that's what really makes a producer versus a beat maker. A beat maker just makes a hot beat and just sends it off. A producer sort of song with the artist in mind and say, "Hey, I think such and such sound great on this record. Let me see what I can do to get in contact with them and send them the record, give them the vision for this record, and see what they think about it."
Okay, that's what's up, man. I like how you breaking down, man. I try to get a little different side of everybody interview, so we're trying to get a different side of Sherrod White outside of music. So, how many beats you done put out, man?
I couldn't hear you. What you say, bro?
How many beats you put out as far as being a beat maker? Were you like, I don't know how you say it, man. You like superstar status of beat makers, or you just like?
Not
dropping them.
Not necessarily. I think if anything, it was more for my preparation to help me prepare as far as on the artistry side, because I was able to learn so much from working with other artists. A lot of the stuff that I did earlier was just more for like local artists that were coming up. So it wasn't like I was on superstar status as far as but it was more. But the thing I did take out of it helped me prepare as being an artist. So I'm very thankful for that.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, so in reading your bio, man, I saw that you're in the military. Talk about a little bit about your military experience and how that served impacted what you're doing now, and how that transition was from. We'll cover a couple things as far as the military goes, but we'll just get how you got in it, and then how the transition was out of it.
No doubt. Well, I went into the military, the Army, shortly after I graduated from high school. I graduated, didn't really know what I was going to do with my life. I knew I had to move out of my parents' house. And so I was like, well, I need to do something that'd be productive. And so I went to the military. My dad also served in the military, so that kind of swayed my decision a little bit to go into the military. And so I was in the Army for about 6 years. I got out of the Army in 2008. The transition was kind of, it wasn't difficult, but it was challenging because I had been so used to the military lifestyle. I learned a lot while being in the military. Met a lot of different people, and so once I transitioned out of that, it was a little bit of a challenge because there's a lot of routine every day in the military. It's just about routine, and so once you get out of that routine, it's like, okay, now I need to figure out how to get back into the swing of things, and so that was one of the challenges about that.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. So talk about were you actually saved while you was in the military, or did you get saved out of the military when you got out of it?
I got saved once I got out of the military, but the Lord started working on my heart as my military career ended. I could see, looking back, I could see the Lord just started really impressing upon my heart once I was heading out of the Army.
Okay, that's what's up. So let's talk about your move, man. You told me you was in Atlanta, Georgia, right? And you were in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So how did you get the move from Fayetteville to Atlanta?
Well, Fayetteville is where I was born at. Grew up there most of my life. Like I said earlier, my dad was in the military, so we did a lot of traveling outside of that. So once I graduated high school and went to the military, my first duty station was at Fort Stewart, Georgia, which is like near Savannah, which is about 4 hours from Atlanta. So once I got out of the Army, I stayed in the area for a little bit, and then back in 2010 is when I moved to Atlanta.
Okay, so how's the scene in Atlanta as far as being a Christian artist?
I think it's great. It's great. It's a lot of artists here in Atlanta. You got Reach. Reach is here. You got the City Takers movement is here. You just gotta, Ken Jones is here. You got a lot of different artists that's here in Atlanta, and it's great because you can build with other artists. And then there's a few different opportunities as far as venues and monthly services that go on, like City Takers, which is the urban hip hop service every month. So there's just a lot of different opportunities here, as well as people to build with. So I love it.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I heard it's like 200 degrees in Atlanta, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's definitely hot right about now, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? I got a bunch of friends up here from Atlanta, and man, they always holler at me about some bulldogs, bulldog. So I'm about tired of hearing about a bulldog from Atlanta, because I'm actually from California, so I'm a USC fan. So they be hating on me. So it's all good.
It's all good, my dude. I'm not a Bulldogs fan myself, so I just with you.
So let's rock, man. We gonna let's get to the music, man. Describe your sound, man. What do you so people can get a feel of what they listen to when they hear Sherrod White.
Man, I love live music. I grew up. Growing up, I was a hip hop head, but I was mostly R&B head. You know what I mean? So I love like old school R&B, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and I just love like the instrumentation in those guys' music. And then there's also my hip hop influence. So up, I love listening to like Dr. Dre and Tupac and guys like that. So I kind of fuse those two influences into my music. So when people hear it, they'll hear that live instrumentation influence, as well as the, I don't want to say boom bap hip hop, but it's boom bap for lack of better words. So yeah, that's what the people can expect when they hear my music. Heavy emphasis on instrumentation, chords, and bass lines, and live keys, and live horns and stuff like that, live drums. Just trying to really put that feeling back into hip hop, into music when people hear it.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, man? Y'all in the mix with DJ T Walking, and I got Sherrod White on the line. If you just tuning in, man, you missed some very important stuff. But keep listening, y'all. We gonna keep moving with the interview portion, man. Sherrod White, man. Now that you, as far as in Atlanta, I remember you was talking about City Takers and the big influences in Atlanta. Is there a lot of pressure to produce a certain style of music down there when you putting it out?
Not necessarily. I think once, as an artist, once you know who you are, and embrace that, it's easy. Now you could easily get influenced though, just because you're in Atlanta. A lot of the trap sounds are heavy down here. The 808s are heavy down here. But at the same time, the city is so diverse where there's a lot of different people that like other styles of hip hop. It's also received well. So if you don't necessarily do the heavy 808s or the heavy synths and the heavy trap sound, the other type of music is also received well. So I don't feel any pressure to put out any different or any, I guess you could say, typical music that people might expect to come out of Atlanta.
Okay, that's what's up. So you signed to a media group, right?
Yeah, Righteous Vision Media Group.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about how the process came about. You signed with Righteous Vision, and give me a little info on Righteous Vision Media Group.
Most definitely. Well, Righteous Vision Media Group is actually my company that I started back in about, I want to say around 2009. And so basically, I was just, trying to